Underdog, go ahead and take it away, sir.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Maximus, Black Fruit, people who are coming, friends, family. Look, today I want to bring something for the first time ever on Maximus channel. The word on the street is Maximus is one of the premier subject matter experts on Stellar, XLM. He's one of those individuals you go to if you want to know facts, and that's what I'm about, and I want to make sure I bring this to you. So without further ado, let me bring something for the first time. So I'm telling you, you're going to need to tune back into this video because what is about to be shared, I have not found one other person sharing this information. And it's a connection between Stellar and Swift and a rumor that I had discussed. So if you don't mind, I'm going to take a moment to upload a couple of things because in order to get to the future, sometimes we got to go to the past, right? So if I can, I'm going to upload a video. It's a 6-minute video. And it's a question answer session I did a couple of weeks ago after I released a video that called Buy the Rumor, Sell the News, or other one, Buy the News, Sell the Rumor. And the video is about Stellar and Swift. There was a conversation that was being held that CoinDar stated that Swift and Stellar would have some type of collaboration with Moneygram. Now, there was a lot of questions that came up, of course, right? One, would they use XLM token? How would that work? What would that look like? Now, because if this was true, it was supposed to happen at the end of March. And if this was true, I think everyone could see this would be a big deal monetarily, especially if we got there early. Now, here's the problem with it, though. Quickly after I released this information, all of a sudden it went off the CoinDar. Now, I don't know about you. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe that when you find something like that, and it was sitting there for almost 2 years, and all of a sudden goes blank. Now, this is what I thought. At the time that it went blank, I didn't even research that part. I heard from community members that it disappeared from the CoinDar website. But I keep receipts, so I had already screenshotted it and shared it with you, and the individuals who saw that saw the same thing. So you can't say the Underdog gave you information that didn't exist. It existed, but someone tried to remove the evidence of that existence. But why would they do that? Well, today on Maximus Crypto show, I'm going to tell you why they did it. I'm going to give you direct evidence today. And I'm going to allow you as the community members, as researchers, to go and look and check my facts. If I am lying on any of these facts, then call me out. Say, Underdog researcher lied to us, but I don't think you'll do that. I think you're going to ask the company the question, why did they remove this information? Well, let me show you why. So I'm going to pull up a slide and give me a second as I go through my computer and pull up this slide so I can give you some information. Maximus, could you bring this up? I just uploaded. Hopefully it processes. And as it comes up, it's going to go over a couple of things. Now, this was the video I made a few weeks ago. The rumors about Swift and Moneygram. Now, I want you to know that then I answer questions a couple of weeks afterwards that the community have. Now, I have nothing to do with Swift Coin. They don't pay me. I don't have no promotion, no advertisement. I'm a non-biased researcher. I don't have a dog in this fight. I report research I find. But I answer questions based off the research. Now, when I looked into this, this is what I found. May 6th of 2019 at 3:44 p.m. on the verified site for Swift blockchain, Swift Coin, this was not removed. On May 15th, it says at stellarpay.org, XLB, notice it's XLB, not XLM, will become one of the first at Stellar.org tokens available on Swift blockchain. Then it tagged these organizations. Stellar Pay, XLB connects banks, payment systems, and people. And as soon as you will be able to swap it easily over 160 currencies. Now, this was on Swift blockchain site. Now, I think what happened on this particular piece, that as someone decided to take off the evidence about CoinDar, they forgot to take the evidence off of Swift. Sorry, guys, you got to make sure you clean up better. So I want to make sure. So I went to stellarpay.org. Now, if you notice, Maximus, you can jump in here too. See, Stellar has their own website, and it ends in what? IO or .org? It ends in
.org.
And they have an IO. So so I wanted to know, because the ending of this matter too. So I went to this page, and this was a Facebook page that was posted in May 6, 2019 on Stellar. Now, on the right-hand side, it gives the exact same information. Now, it's kind of hard to see, so I'm going to read it to you. It says, say hello to SwiftPay, a one-stop instant exchange payment aggregation platform with access to all major cryptocurrency payments, and use SwiftPay. That's the application for Swift for all cryptocurrency trading needs, or to provide a perfect payment experience for users to accept over all these different digital currencies. So I saw now, instead of that one piece to Coindor, I have Swift, the actual project, giving a connection, tagging Stellar Pay, and I see Stellar Pay on their social media tagging Swift. But I went a step further. See, I scrubbed the web because I didn't want to look yet, and I want to find out what ever out there prove that the coin site that was updated was actually done by Swift. Because if we could actually see that the person who's updating or was associated with the company, then we could have a connection to see why they deleted it. And sure enough, I found that it was scrubbed. According to the history of the internet web, there was one archive site in 2019. And this site, in which I brought to you right here, I took a screenshot. It shows that Stellar Pay and Swift were listed, and they did make a post at 2019 on Coindor. Now, I want to go a step further because I highlighted there for you to see. So I looked at Stellar Pay in 2009 on Coindor, and I see that Stellar Pay also showed XLB and also other updates. I want to go a little bit further, and this is what I found. On March 21st of 2023, this site has been taken down, but this was Moneygram stated on March 21st of 2023, that's last year, folks, the following: digital wallets help sending, receiving, and holding digital assets possible. Now, if you read through this posting, they gave two digital wallets, Lobster and Vibrant. Now, this is MoneyGram. I have not said Swift yet. I hope you. So the point is, can we connect Coin, Stellar, Coindor, and can we connect MoneyGram to Swift, whether we reverse engineering or not? So I want to go a step further, and I want to set this up because then we're going to have to go to some links and see it firsthand. So then on October 4th, 2023, another update. Interestingly, they took it down again. Now, why would a company keep taking it down? And they added to this Lobster wallet, Beans wallet, and this is on MoneyGram. And MoneyGram, again, is giving notation to these wallets. But y'all know you have to pay attention to detail. I want you to notice that Lobster still remains here. Now, as we go forward, and then I'm going to show you some links. This is the full link of MoneyGram. This is MoneyGram as a company, and they show you how it would work, how you can get your cash out, how you would transfer to all these different countries, and they still note this piece. And this is associated with that, which is a icon. Now, I've never seen this icon before. Maximus, have you seen this icon before?
No, sir, I have not.
I have not either. So I wanted to see what this icon had to do with anything and why was that there. So I try to go to the site, and what do I have? My browser said, hey, wait a minute, this is blocked. So that made me think this has to be a scam. This had to be a scam if stellarpay.org is blocked, and I try to go to the site. But I don't understand, if Stellar Pay is blocked, then why would SwiftCoin right here tag stellar.org? With the same logo and the same website and the same company which they reference. So it got me thinking, I think I need to go see if there's any evidence out there. So let me just jump down to some of the evidence that I did find that I thought that you might want to see. So I'm going to switch this, and I'm going to go to my links. So let me stop sharing that, and let me present a screen share. And let me start with the first link. So here in this first link, what do we see? We see that we have Stellar, and we see this is Swift blockchain. I'm gonna go ahead and click on it. Can y'all still see that for me? Because I can't see the screen anymore. So I want to make sure.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zoom in more. There you go.
Okay. And I can make it bigger and then make sure I'm on the right space. As we're having this conversation, I got too many tabs up. All right. So as we can see, we have Swift Coin, Swift blockchain. And let me go back to their page. This is their website. We can see how many, at 77,000 followers on their website. And as I look at this, I'm looking at the connections, and here's stellar.org. So I click on it. Wait a minute. This is the same stellar.org, is it not? They tagged them, which is 771,000. Maximus, can you confirm if this is the actual site of stellar.org?
Absolutely is. It has the white with yellow check mark.
White with yellow check mark. We got 531 following. We got San Francisco, stellar.org. So I just want to make sure we're not making this stuff up as we go. So when did this happen? This is 2019. So we got Swift blockchain, who's tagging stellarpay.org, the same company. Wait a minute though. When you click on stellar.org, we find that this site is suspended. I'm a little confused. Swift blockchain makes an announcement on May 15th May 6th of 2019. They tag stellar.org, who says that XLB will become one of the first stellar.org tokens for Swift blockchain. They tag both the actual companies who is verified to be the right person. And then we saw that the link was linked to the CoinDar. And so it got me thinking, maybe we should go a step further. So let me see if I can go a step further. I'm going to go ahead and I got to find my StreamYard. I'm going to take this off, stop sharing that one, and I'm going to share another link. Let me see if I can pull this link up. Share this one, and I'm going to go right to the source. So we're going to go back to the source, which should be right about, let me find this one for you. Let's go to this one. So I'm going to share this one. Let me see if you can see that one. So I go to Medium because it got to be a coincidence, guys. It got to be a coincidence, right? And so I go to Medium and I see that there's this Stellar community. And I see this was published in October 2019. And when I was looking at this one, and let me go ahead and go there as well. Let me get to the right piece on mine. All right, one moment as I navigate to the right tab that's open. As I look through this one, it says it's official. We've completed a second round of Stellar Community Fund. And it goes through and I read this one. I verify that this is Zach in a community, in a Stellar community. And these are posted on the Stellar official Medium page as well, where it goes through their information. And here we go again, Stellar Pay. And in Stellar Pay, it shows Stellar Lumens. And in Stellar Lumens right here, I'm looking at this and I see that Stellar Pay was associated with an official Medium, and this Medium is still associated back with the actual Stellar project, but it's got to be a coincidence. So I'm going to show you one last piece, and then I'm going to go and see and let you decide what you think about this piece. So I'm going to stop sharing this, and let me go and find this link before I tell you about it, because I got too many links open. Here we go. Give me 20 seconds as I navigate through my links. And what I want to see is there a connection between Stellar that we saw in the Stellar Pay and what we are also seeing there? So let me pull this open. Here we go. Perfect. Okay. And now let me go back to StreamYard. So here's the last one. And it's actually a few, but I believe we can get to everything from here. So I'm going to show you this and make sure. There we go. Is that it? Here we go. And let's open this one up. So make sure I can see you on my StreamYard. So now what we have here that I want to show you today, folks, is the stellarpay.org, the same stellarpay.org that I discussed when we first started talking about this project. Now, what I want you to see on the stellarpay.org is this is their Facebook page. This Facebook page was open about 2019. And I'm going to go to mentions. And I click on mentions. And here's Stellar Lumen's page. Congratulations to Lobster Company, tagging stellarpay.org, Stellarport, and more on Medium. And back to the original Medium site. And I make sure we can see that on the StreamYard. All right, there we do. We still see it on StreamYard. Right. And so as I'm looking at these different links, I notice that one thing that's consistent. Even when I go to it's being in Singapore, I look up the email addresses and I search. This is what I found. Stellar.pay.org and Swift Blockchain, still showing that they had a collaboration and a link on all their social media pages. And the same stellar.org, the same symbol that we saw there was the same similar earlier. Now, this was July 13th of 2023. That was last year. And they talk about not only Stellar, but look at instead of XLB, they're back to XLM. And they discuss that stellarpay.org is still associated with Stellar. And that Stellar is still the same Stellar that's associated with the links on MoneyGram. And the same wallet that we saw, and I'll make sure I can see this on here. I think I'm still on the same page. So let me make sure I show you the right page. Let me go back here. So that same one on mentions, let's go here. Make sure I can see it. Too many tabs open. I'm gonna go back and stop this one so we can get the right page up. So the same one that we see mentioned on Stellar right here. Tell me if y'all can see that, because I can't see. I got too many tabs.
Yes, sir, we see it. It's the stellarpay.org.
Okay, stellarpay.org. Now, on this, does it go to the mentions? Is it on the mention site?
Yes, it shows Lumen's page. You got block card, et cetera, et cetera.
Perfect. So here's the lobster, the same lobster that we saw on MoneyGram. The same aspect that was taken down, simpler Stellar wallet. This wallet, which was advertised by MoneyGram twice in what I showed you earlier, is still showing that was advertised connected to stellar.pay.org, to the Medium that is stellar.pay.org, to Swift Blockchain that said stellar.pay.org, and Stellar Company itself even tagging the same company. So what this showed me, based on what I saw here, and let me get back to StreamYard so I can see it. So what this has shown me, and I'm going to let you see these links. So if you go here, you can quickly go to Facebook. Please make sure you go before they take this down too. But what this shows me is that my hypothesis that occurred with the MoneyGram conversation is this. When that CoinDar posted this site, it was true. I think that the only reason that someone would take something down is the same reason humans do anything, is to hide evidence. See, if it was a random person who posted this on CoinDar, then that person would not have thought to go back. How many of you have ever went back to your calendar on Microsoft and deleted a calendar post that you did 2 years ago? Nobody. And how many of you went back to your MySpace page, if you had MySpace, and deleted a post you made 2 years ago? Nobody. But I tell you, a company would. What we have seen, though, with the connection between the CoinDar post is now moving from one source to multiple sources. As I searched through, I found over 20 links that directly have tagged, cross tags between stellar.org and stellar.io, with the social media Twitter of Stellar, and also with Swift Blockchain. And they all did that in the exact same time frame. In fact, I brought it up and I did a little spectrum about the time frame. From the time that CoinDar was posted, it was less than 24 hours later that they announced this as well. Now, I don't know about you folks, but we call that temporal proximity. If I see someone rob a bank and their name is Jack Daniels, and that person's in front of the bank holding a gun, and then the bank is robbed, but they say it wasn't them, then likely that person probably is lying and they probably did this thing. Now, I can't confirm or not whether or not that the company did this because they haven't said it. But what I want to show you is there is a high probability that Stellar and stellar.pay.org are some type of collaboration with Swift at one point. Now, why would they not tell you that? Sometimes companies make mistakes, and sometimes information is leaked unnecessarily. Now, if this is true, then from what the information I've seen is this collaboration, when China starts to open up its doors later on in the fourth quarter, imagine Swift as the token currency in this open source market. Well, I want to answer one last question. That's okay with you, Maximus and Rue. I got one last thing I want to show you.
You can share as much as you want, my friend. Thank you.
There's this one last piece. Someone asked a question. They says, how can they use Swift token on a Stellar network? Don't we want to know how that could be possible?
Absolutely.
All right. So let me show you how this could be possible. And I'm going to, so I don't have to show you too many open tabs, I'm going to delete some of these open tabs so we can get right down to how that is possible. So let me delete some of these tabs because there's too many for me. And now we'll show you how they could use, here we go. And that should be Stellar. Okay, here we go. So let me show you this last one to answer the question that someone has to ask how this would be possible. So let's go to it. Here we go. And can you see this, or do I need to make it bigger?
Yes, we can see. I'm going to go ahead and full screen it more.
Okay.
There we go.
So according to this article that was written on CryptoRank, Stellar breaks free, unleashes a new open source disbursement platform. August 6, 2023, this was the article written. Blockchain-based payments network Stellar has introduced the open source Stellar disbursement platform, aimed at facilitating faster, cost-effective, and transparent digital disbursement worldwide. Developed by Stellar Development Foundation, SDF, just a quick note, the same one tagged on stellarpay.org, over the past year. The platform enables individuals and organizations to execute bulk disbursements using digital assets for various purposes, including gig work payments and digital aid delivery. Initially deployed for digital aid disbursements in Ukraine, the turnkey payment solution is now, that's the key thing, open source and available for use and further development by anyone. This is a revolutionizing global payments. According to this announcement made on Wednesday, the Stellar disbursement platform allows users to send funds to thousands of recipients swiftly within seconds. Now, if you was to read the rest of this, it goes through the details of this collaboration. But the reason that they would be able to use the Stellar network is because Stellar created an open source platform enabling anyone and organizations to use the Stellar network with whatever technology they have, kind of like an API. That is the research, and that's what I want to announce here today on your show. I hope that y'all enjoy that information about Stellar. Please look into it and fact check the Underdog research on that information.
Absolutely fantastic research, to say the least. To be expected, to be honest. This is what I was talking about with Rue. I've been watching and tuning into your show. You continuously bring it. On the surface, with what was presented here tonight, I'm going to lean towards yes. You know, like you said, here's his hypothesis. I'm going to go ahead and back that up. I could look more into it too. But guys, I mean, at the end of the day, we're connecting dots here, which obviously that's something we do on a regular. You can see the presented material. Look more into it yourself. Underdog is right. Who realistically goes back on their old school, like myself, MySpace and deletes old posts. Nobody really does that. This is a perfect case that, yes, maybe somebody got some kind of notice, said, hey, you know what, you got to do your best, go out there and, uh, NDAs, hello, and cover your tracks, if you will. But in reality, it's like, unless you have somebody that's remembering every single thing that was posted everywhere on social media and various other sites and so on, it's really difficult to do that unless, let's face it, you have something in which, all right, here's a physical ledger. And we literally every single time posted something, somebody wrote it down. Yep, I posted on MySpace. I posted on Facebook. I posted on this. That is not realistic. But what you see here, in my opinion, is realistic. Rue.
Amazing, man. This is amazing, amazing research. I love it, bro. I just want to tie it back into some stuff that I brought you guys, which is Tim Draper. He's the biggest connection here. Remember that Draper is an initial investor in Coinbase, and the relationship that Coinbase has with Stellar and USDC. And of course, Tim Draper and Draper Dragons are the quote unquote kind of owners or money behind Swift. So Draper connects Stellar and Swift right there. Both of those are things that he owns, right? So keep that in mind too.
Absolutely. We will highlight this one, which is Underdog Research Channel. As you guys saw, you had Underdog who just brought the alpha, for crying out loud, with the research. This is his channel. You owe it to yourself to follow these guys who take the liberty of going into the deep dive content. As you know, or may have heard or not heard, Underdog has a forensics science background. Wow, incredible, right? Go to his channel, right? He covers Swift Coin and some of these other ones consistently. If you appreciate deep dive content, you owe it to yourself to check out his channel. When you go to his channel, you will see that he can be followed over here at Underdog Research Channel, just like how it sounds. And he does, for example, live shows. He has live premieres. I've attended them. And he's consistent with it. He does collaborations, obviously, with Rue, Shook Focus, and other people from this space and so on. So definitely give him a follow. He does recorded videos as well. So if that's your thing, you like a little bit of both, he has that.
So enjoy being here with you, Maximus and Black Roo. Always, it's been great. Just to share one quick piece, folks, moving forward, there's some opportunities that are happening right now that hopefully that we'll cover. We got change in legislation about cannabis that's going to probably affect the blockchain as well. Think about there's blockchain companies tied to cannabis. That's going to be some things that people need to look at. There's music industry opportunities that people are not talking about, other than Opulus, which is one that came out a few years ago. Tokenization, real world assets between copyrights, ownerships, and money, and metaverse. One of the things I'm doing with my community is we don't just talk about it, we be about it. So we are creating a metaverse community where you actually get an avatar and you communicate using Web 3.0. Why stay and continue to do 2.0 and not understand how 3.0? That's kind of like the baby boomers who didn't want to learn the internet. We got to keep moving and innovating, right? So that's what's coming up. So I hope that you have opportunity to be a part of it. And I look forward to speaking with Maximus, Black Roo Investing, and thank you for having me here today.
You're very welcome. And Rue, thanks again for introducing Underdog Research channel. Guys, there's the channel. Give them a follow. You'd be glad that you did so. Great deep dive content.
Thank you very much, everyone. Have a good night.
You too.
Have a good one, bro.
Some of you guys ask what cold storage solution I use. I use this, and it is the Decent wallet. All right. I also, of course, have a ledger like this. All right. You can get a discount basically from going into the affiliate link, which is in all the live video descriptions and recorded and so on. And for the yahoos that are out there, they're like, this is just a shield. And, we'll fix point this out. And it's a great point. Were you aware that you don't necessarily get a discount link just going straight to the site? No, you actually have to go through a platform like this. So how cool is that? I don't think anybody's complaining about that. But anyway, use the link, get a discount. There's another one here. If you're the type of person you want to get one for you and your significant other, you could get 2 of them. They actually have another promotion, which is this, and I think this is cool. You can get an all-in-one card wallet plus backup card package. Interesting. I thought that was cool. And again, one of the main key things I like about the Descent wallet is not having to do the red tape of jumping through all the hoops for XDC and the custom folder. I mean, Edward Vincent can vouch on that. Some of you guys can too as well in regards to Ledger. That was a pain in the butt. You don't have that problem. You literally open up your phone, it's on your app, track everything that's going on, right? And saying goes, not your keys, not your crypto. You know the drill. Check it all out though if you wish to do so. It is truly the cold storage solution that I use for the most part. There's still some on Ledger that I kind of split it up on and so on. So it is what it is. But if I have preference over one, I'm going with this one. A lot easier to use and so on. And some people, even to this day, still ask me which one to use.